welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me again for another video. If you will, please consider subscribing, like this video, and put a comment below because I read all of my comments. So I thought it would be helpful for me to do a size comparison and a little bit of a try on with Robin, so you guys can get a better idea of her size. I remember when I was expecting this kit in the beginning, the first thing I wanted to know was what size baby clothes can she wear, and of course we all want to go out and nest for our new baby. But I didn't do too much shopping for her because I was unsure of her size, and I was getting a lot of mixed reviews from the handful of people I knew who did own this sculpt. So shout out to Janae and Tikala again, because oh my goodness, without you two girls, I don't know where I'd be when it comes to doll sizes. These two ladies in the reborn doll community have had quite an extensive collection over the years and have had a lot of dolls in their possession, and they have been a good resource for me when it comes to comparing sizes and giving me an idea of how big a baby is based off similar kits that we've all had. So in this video, I wanted to show my little Truett Michelle next to Robin Cassidy. Now, prior to Robin's arrival, you guys know that Trevor and Truett were my smallest of the bunch. And I say small pretty lightly because I like chunky big babies. And when I did decide to try out a smaller size baby, I knew I wanted something around the 3 to 6 month range. At first, I didn't want to try newborn, definitely didn't want preemie sizes, so I opted for Cassie Brace's sculpts. And just general knowledge, a lot of her really cute sculpts are 22 inches, 23 inches, and they most often fit a solid 3-month size in baby clothes. No matter what the brand, it's going to be a solid 3-month size, and that's pretty much the size that I get for Truett, is 3 months. Now when it comes to onesies and I want them to fit a certain way, relatively close to the body, I will get her newborn size onesies. But for the sake of information, this sculpt 22 to 23 inches is a solid 3-month size. Okay, so I put the two girls right next to each other so you can really see the size difference. I have them shoulder to shoulder so you can see that Robin is definitely coming up short on the length, and her head is considerably smaller. The measurements online say that they both have 14-inch circumference head, but anybody with eyes can see that those two heads are definitely two different sizes. Robin's head is extremely small compared to Truett's head, and I like it. It suits her fine. And I know there are two different sizes because if I were to take Truett's head and put it on Robin's body, it would not be proportionate at all. So that's how I can tell without using a tape measure. As far as their feet go, Trudy does have a little bit longer foot, but they both can generally wear the same newborn size shoe. I do think Truett has really small feet for the size of her sculpt, but that's just my personal opinion. So I wanted to show the two girls side by side next to each other so you guys can get an idea of clothing sizes. Truett is wearing 3-month sleeper right now, And surprisingly, Robin is wearing a Preemie Carter's Child of Mine onesie. And when it comes to preemie clothes, I feel like the sizes just kind of run the gamut. Because Carter's Child of Mine, I feel like is pretty generous when it comes to preemie size clothes. I've seen some preemie stuff and there's no way that this doll would fit into preemie size in other brands. But for Carter's, I feel like it's a pretty generous preemie size. In general, I feel like the Lulu Sculpt is an in-between size. More of a small newborn size, if you will. So she's definitely bigger than Preemie, but not quite full-on newborn either. And I think she just comes up short in length in that aspect. The Lulu Sculpt is 20 inches long, and the Cassie Brace Sculpt is 22 to 23 inches long. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these two cuties side by side. Now, I'm going to put Robin up on the changing table and show you guys the difference between the preemie size onesie and the newborn size to help you guys decide what collection of clothes you think you want to invest in if you're expecting this sculpt. Alright you guys, so we are on the changing table here and Robin is stretched out so you guys can get a good see of how this onesie is fitting her. Like I mentioned before, this is the Carter's Child of Mine brand and this is their preemie size. And I kind of base everything off Carter's sizes because that is the brand that I frequently buy and I feel like it's the most accessible. So you could go in store, find this brand, find this size, and be able to really get an idea of sizes. So this is a preemie onesie. It's cotton, just has the 3 snaps on it. And as you can see, it fits pretty snugly around her legs. There's no extra. I could stick my fingers in here, but I really have to pull it to do that. I think it fits really close to the body. It doesn't bunch up a whole lot because it fits not tight, but just snug. It's a really close fit like a glove. And a really good telltale is around the neck area. If it's close around the neck, you don't see any of her doseway body at all. And that to me is a really good fitting onesie. When the doll's body is completely covered up, the diaper isn't hanging out, it's a really good fitting onesie. And for Preemie, I was really surprised that it would fit her so well. But Carter's does have a little bit of stretch to their cotton, so that's nice as well. I could turn her every which way. Her neck is not showing or anything. So I am going to take this off and put on a newborn size onesie so you guys can see the difference in the style of clothes. Just before I put this onesie on Robin, I want to show you guys the two onesies side by side laid out so you can really get an accurate view. This is basically what I was doing in the store, trying to figure out what size would work for her based off the clothes that I had already tried on her. Both of these are Carter's Child of Mine onesies. The one on the left is newborn size, and the one on the right that I just took off of Robin is the preemie size. And the biggest difference that I can tell between the two is that the newborn size is much longer. The neck hole is slightly bigger and the armholes are slightly bigger. Even with onesies that didn't have the decorative puff sleeves, the armholes were still bigger. As far as width of the onesie, they're about what and what. So that's nice. And the fact that Carter's cotton stretches a bit is really accommodating too. So I feel like the biggest difference between Carter's child of mine, Preemie, in their newborn size is that newborn is a bit longer, a little bit bigger in the neck, and a little bit bigger in the arms. So, yep, that's that information. And now I'm going to put Robin in the newborn size. Okay, everybody, we have given Robin a little change here. And I think you can tell right away the difference between the last onesie and this onesie. So, first thing I noticed right away is that the body part is really loose. I could not do that with the preemie size. So you have quite a bit of breathing room in here, and if that's how you like your baby's clothes to fit, if you have the Lulu sculpt, you may want to stick to newborn size onesies. Another thing is the leg holes. There was none of this in that preemie size. So if you like a little bit of room down here and around the legs, this is a good size for you to go with. The same with the arms and the neck. I have this kind of situated and she's laying down, so you can't really see her doseway body too much. But if I had to pose her every which way, this would definitely hang a little bit and would expose the doseway body. But it's a lot looser around the arm and leg and neck holes and in the body area. Now, one thing I do want to mention that could really affect all of this, and this is why I think I have such mixed reviews on what size this baby wears, is the fact of how the body is stuffed. I really prefer the babies to be a little bit floppy, which means they're not going to be stuffed and weighed to capacity where they're stiff. If this doseway body was stuffed all the way, she would fill this onesie up, no doubt about it. But because she's not, and she's a little bit flimsier and floppier, it's a little loose on her. So do consider how you like your dolls weighed and stuffed. That will also make a difference. Another difference is the type of diapers you put on your doll. For Robin, I plan on just using the disposable diapers. I find that cloth diapers can get really bulky, and I only like that look on my toddlers to give them a little bit of a bum in the tushy area with their clothes. But for smaller babies, I really like the disposable diapers, and those don't bulk up not nearly as much. But if you plan on using cloth diapers, that will definitely fill an outfit up as well, and you would need room for that. So yeah, that is my take on clothing sizes when it comes to the Lulu Sculpt by Joanna Kazmierczak. I hope this video was helpful for you guys to really just see a difference in the sizes and kind of have an idea of what kind of clothes you want to go out and buy your baby. I would say even if this doll body was stuffed to capacity, I wouldn't go full on 3-month size just because she's short, and a lot of the pants are going to be really baggy and long. I don't mind baggy pants, but I do mind if they're too long and like hanging on her foot. If they're supposed to just, stop at the ankle, I don't like that. But 3 months, I think, is pushing it a little too far. I would stick to newborn size. And of course, you're going to have to eyeball it because every brand runs differently. And like I said, I'm comparing it to Carter's. A good rule of thumb is I feel like Carter's is true to size. Garanimals runs big. Gerber Baby runs big. And some of the dollar store brands like Kidgets runs small. So try to keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope this was a little bit helpful for you guys. And I can't wait to show you what Robin looks like and some of the really cute outfits I've been getting for her lately. I just came back from Target and was scoping out what they had. They had all kinds of springtime cute stuff out, and I did pick up some stuff, but I'm probably going to save that haul for later when her final baby items come in the mail, hopefully in the next week or so. So yeah, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you have a great weekend and a happy Easter holiday. Bye!